Most automakers are going electric and hybrid. Since this trend started, we've seen a lot of amazing cars being released, while some existing ones have been updated. In addition to the new powertrains, they're also changing up the styles. Now, there are some pretty good looking cars on the roads. No automaker is being left behind in this, including Peugeot. They've released yet another vehicle in their E-series, which looks good. The new Peugeot E-3008 is here to start a Stellantis EV revolution, and it'll be in style. The 2024 Peugeot E-3008 has been made better in every way. So what's new with the 2024 Peugeot E-3008? Let's find out, shall we? Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll look at the 2024 Peugeot E-3008 as we learn what's new. But before we continue, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing updates on your favorite cars. And with that, let's learn what's new with the 2024 Peugeot E-3008. Before all the news on the new Peugeot E-3008 was released, a leak had been released, which seemed to reveal quite a lot about the car. This leak gave us a sneaky early look at the new crossover coupe. However, after it was discovered, Peugeot decided to release a handful of high-resolution images of the vehicle. However, most of the mechanical details and some more images were still kept private. But that changed recently when they released all the information about the car, and from the looks of it, this will be a game changer for Peugeot. Peugeot has decided to launch the next generation 2024 Peugeot 3008 mid-size SUV, which has been unveiled in electric form, known as the E3008. This is ahead of its European launch early next year, and an Australian launch that's expected to be by the end of the next year. The new 3008, one of the company's top sellers, has adopted a sleeker Tesla Model Y look roofline, an electric power option, as Peugeot plans to go electric only in Europe by 2030. Yes, Peugeot has no presence in North America. However, there's more to learn about the E3008, and this story is much more than one car. This is about the future of Stellantis, because the E3008 is the first vehicle to use the group's new STLA medium architecture, which is a platform that will be rolled out to other European and American brands. When Chrysler finally gets an EV to market, which is bound to happen 2 to 3 years from now, the E3008's platform is the one that will be used. Before we even got all the details about the car, we already knew that the E3008 would come with a powertrain that would give up to 316 horsepower. In addition, it was expected to have an electric range of about 435 miles, which is about 700 kilometers. Now, we have all the other details to help fill in the blanks. So starting from the bottom of the 3-model lineup, there's the electric 210. This model will have a single front-mounted electric motor pushing out about 207 horsepower and 253 pound-feet of torque. To get from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, it'll take about 8.7 seconds with its 73 kilowatt-hour battery. It'll have an electric range of about 326 miles, or about 525 kilometers, which is not bad. For those who want a little more of everything, they'll have the option of the electric 230 long range. This one will also run on a single motor at the front, but will get a battery boost of up to 98 kilowatt hours. This will extend the range to about 435 miles, which is about 700 kilometers. It also goes without saying that it'll have more power as well, with an output of about 227 horsepower. However, given the extra curb weight and the identical torque figure, it might be slower from the lights than the electric 210 base model. This one will take about 8.9 seconds to get from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. The top range model of the Peugeot E3008 will be the electric 320, which will have the highest of everything. It will take the basic front-wheel drive 210 package and add another rear axle motor, giving it an additional 109 horsepower and 122 pound-feet of torque. With this adjustment, this model will become the only all-wheel drive E3008. Just as the name suggests, the range topper will produce power of about 320 PS, which is about 316 horsepower. However, it's still not as fast as a sports car, but it is considerably faster given that it takes 6.4 seconds to get from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. It came as a shock that the all-wheel drive 320 will have the same 326-mile WLTP rating as the base car, as it uses the same battery. This is despite the fact that it weighs about 85 kilos more. However, in those specific test conditions, the extra mass has no impact at all. But it wouldn't be such a huge surprise if the two performed identically in the real world. No matter the model you go for, all 2024 Peugeot E3008s will come with an 11 kilowatt onboard charger as standard, but there will be an option to upgrade it to 22 kilowatts. However, it would still work if you could get your hands on a 160 kilowatt AC charger. With the latter's power, you can charge the two standard range cars from 20 to 80% in 30 minutes, while the 230 long-range model will need 5 minutes less. This is because it will join the lineup a little later and come with a different battery technology. If you find that you're too important to wait that half hour to juice up your car mid-journey, you would be interested to know that the Stellantis STLA medium platform also comes with hybrid and plug-in hybrid powertrains. These will be introduced in a plain, non-electric 3008. Enough about its powertrain. Let's talk a little about its design, which is already appealing just by looking at it. The highlight of the new model will be the redesigned tail, which will have a heavily inclined rear hatch. This will definitely alter the proportions and help it compete with more premium rivals. The E3008 will be taller than the slightly longer 408 Fastback, but it will certainly look sportier than its predecessor. The new shape will further differentiate the 3008 from the next generation of its boxier 5008 sibling. At the front, the new model will be expected to gain triple LED fangs, which will be a signature element for the entire Peugeot range moving forward. Those will be combined with the latest 3D pattern on the grille and a new crest emblem introduced by the 308 in 2021. The faux bumper intakes of the current 3008 will give way to a cleaner bumper design, similar to the recently facelifted 508. The profile will feature a simpler and straighter character line and a more inclined roofline towards the rear. However, it would not be a surprise if Peugeot were to tone down the plastic cladding around the bodywork in order to make the SUV look less adventurous and more premium. The slimmer LED taillights with 3-claw graphics are expected to be connected through a dark-tinted trim piece, which is similar to other recent Peugeot models. The new wheel designs and a fresh color palette could spice up the looks even more, while the dual-tone treatment with the black painted roof and pillars will likely be carried over to the new generation. The new roofline will in no way impact the seat-up, fill-to-window line cargo volume, which comes in at 520 liters. This will match what the 3008 can deliver. However, it might be a different story with the seats down. But Peugeot is not saying anything about this. It's also worth noting that the all-wheel driver model's rear motor will lower the storage space by about 50 liters. On the other hand, none of the cars have a frunk. The new platform will deliver more practicality in the interior. The E3008's wheelbase of 2,739mm is 64mm larger than its predecessor, which ought to give rear seat passengers a noticeable increase in rear legroom. And if the front passengers don't get to share in the legroom spoils, they can at least play with Peugeot's new 21-inch curved panoramic iCockpit display. We expect the 3008 to go on sale in Europe in February 2024, as the first models to arrive will be the base front-wheel drive 210 and a petrol hybrid that we're still waiting for official details to come. What do you think of the 2024 Peugeot E3008? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, before you go, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing updates on your favorite cars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.